friends, thanks for joining me. This is Dr. Heather here from Ask Dr. Heather. Also, I'm going to be joining me internet connection here in my kitchen, but I've been getting a lot of requests for you guys to ask me to do some more cooking videos. But today is the end of September. It actually ends the Pain Awareness Month, which is what September is. I probably could start at the letter a different disease or syndrome that actually is a pain syndrome or disease. There's that many out there. There are billions of people suffering with this. And that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to do a little bit of cooking. We know that our body is its own pharmacy. We take the food that we eat. Let's talk about celery. We know celery is an amazing natural diuretic. It's potassium sparing. It has natural sodium in it. Sodium is amazing in our body. It's an electrolyte that is essential for our body. It actually is like a little taxi cab. It puts nutrients into our cells. So just by being said, like the amazing food that we eat really does have a lot of importance that we eat. So I'm going to make a very easy dish today. That's actually one of the things that we put into our 10-day keto kickstart. So we're going to call it a keto kickstart. We're going to call it a 10-day reset. A lot of times in the summertime, people actually get their diet kind of out of control. Maybe you're staying up too late, having a pool party, playing cards, having fun. But we know it's time to actually get back on track, get our bodies back on track, and knowing that we just spent 30 days talking about pain and awareness against so many different diseases. Again, we could talk about each and every letter of the alphabet, talking about different pain and awareness. And many of you know that I actually have CRPS or RSD, which is chronic regional pain syndrome or reflex sympathetic dystrophy. It is one of the highest pain. It is the highest pain syndrome known to man, higher than amputation, higher than kidney stone, higher than childbirth. So I've experienced two of those. So I do know that chronic regional pain syndrome is, again, very high pain syndrome. So we try to eat foods that we put in our body that nourish our body and give our body a fighting chance. We all know that sugar feeds inflammation, and we all know that that causes pain. So if we can eat foods that actually calm down our body, which actually feed our body, just like we talked about celery, I could sit here and talk about cucumbers, I could talk about proteins. We want to talk about these on our 10-day, we fall into ketosis, our 10-day program, because we know we need to rotate different proteins. We need to eat different types of vegetables, because vegetables are like Brillo pads, especially in the raw form. They work like little Brillo pads and bind up and grab a hold of different type of toxins and grab onto those and scoot them out of our body. So we definitely need to be eating lots of different variety of vegetables, different types of protein. So today I'm going to make a very, very easy chicken salad. So yesterday, if you stay tuned, I did my grocery haul for the week and getting ready for our 10-day program that begins October 3rd. And if you want to join in, I know Kat's on here live. Kat has got a big group of friends and family and neighbors joining in. She's an amazing leader in her community. Just give us a hands up. Let us know you're going to be joining us. But I wanted to make sure that I touched on Pain Awareness Month, because we are ending September, which is again Pain Awareness Month, and so many people suffer from different type of pain syndromes. Again, invisible pain syndrome, things sometimes you can't see that people have inside. I don't want to dwell very long in that, but millions of people, if you're a person suffering from a pain syndrome, please put it down below. Let people know that they might not be aware. Migraines, sometimes people don't even see that. Fibromyalgia, muscular dystrophy, CRPS, infertility. There are so many different types of things. Ulcerative colitis, people don't understand what's going on. People may have a smile on their face, not understand what's happening in someone's tummy. Neuropathies, again, we could go on and on about different types of letters of different syndromes, but if you're suffering from something, please educate us. Let us know. Again, and welcome for joining us. Let us know where you're coming from, but more importantly, let us know if there's a pain syndrome that you're aware about, that maybe we need to let more people know that there's a pain syndrome going on. So today we're going to make a very, very simple meal that's on our 10-day program. A lot of times people say, I don't have time to eat healthy. It's way too expensive to eat healthy. This takes way too long. I could have made this by the time that I talked. I have a video where I made 4 meals in less than 11 minutes. So today we're going to make a chicken salad. So yesterday I went and got a rotisserie chicken. We had chicken and salad last night, which is on a video down below. I'll play it again. We'll definitely have it in our 10-day program. So in our 10-day program, we will have chicken one night and a vegetable. And then we deboned our chicken. And now I'm going to cut up 5 ounces of chicken. I try to watch how other people stage their video, and I'm trying to see how do you do the video that's not up above, that still has good lighting. So I am going to cut up 5 ounces of chicken, and I keep the dark meat and the light meat. And again, if maybe you don't have time to do chicken, maybe you have a chicken allergy, and yes, people do have a chicken allergy. If you suffer from Helicobacter pylori, which is a gut bacteria, then you possibly could have a chicken allergy. Then you could actually do tuna. You could do ahi tuna and grill it. You could do tuna out of a can. Again, this is not about perfect, it's about better. If you grilled some salmon, if you wanted to buy some fresh salmon, we had salmon last night for dinner, had it left over. If you want to buy a good quality canned salmon, you could do that as well. You could take it. So we're going to take 5 ounces of chicken. Again, I'm just taking random pieces because we deboned our chicken, and we will take the bones that are left over and the skin, and we will make a broth. We'll probably do that midweek. So I'm trying to get some of these recipes made ahead of time so you can follow along. So grab yourself a chicken to start out with. Tomorrow we are going to be doing, again, most of this cooking is going to be done in our coaching group. So if you are not part of that 10-day fall into ketosis, you don't have a coach, and you've not bought in your kit. I know I got all my kits in the mail today. So we're going to measure out 5 ounces of chicken. Again, you could use sardines if you like sardines. You could use roast beef if you wanted to, but I think what's easy and on the go if you have it is get a nice organic chicken if possible, or again, on the go, get a rotisserie chicken. So I've got a little bit more than 5 ounces of chicken. I'm just going to pour it right in my bowl. I'm following my recipe, which is on my blog, AskDrHeather.net. It is free to subscribe to, AskDrHeather.net. Just put your email and subscribe. Go to Healthy Bites, go to recipes, and it's going to be in there. Then we're going to add 1/4 a cup mayo. So make sure it is real mayonnaise. Real mayonnaise. You can use soyonnaise that has no soy in it if you have an egg allergy. So you're going to put 5 or 1/4 cup mayonnaise in there. And again, there's lots of alternates if you're having other type of allergy issues. Then you're going to put 1/3 cup of chopped celery. I like mine kind of chunky. So we just took celery and cut it up and chopped it. Then you're going to put salt and pepper to taste. I'm a super big fan of pink Himalayan sea salt. You know, and again, salt and pepper to taste. Again, if you don't want to do that, you can use salmon, you could use tuna, salt and pepper. If some of your family doesn't like pepper, then you can put it on later. I actually like mine to marinate overnight. I like it kind of cold. I like the celery to kind of pick up the flavor of some of the spices. Then I also use about 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder. So I'm just guesstimating now. I didn't really bring a little spoon, but about 1/4 teaspoon. You guys could probably type it in there. Again, if you're just joining us, we're talking a little about pain and food and how foods can actually be medicine for our body. It can actually heal our body. I'm going to put the little tidbits on there and stir it in. And then what we're going to do, we're not going to put it on a bun. We're not going to eat it with a cracker, but you could eat it with a flax cracker if you wanted to. So I've got it all stirred up in there. So that is 5 ounces. I'm going to set it to the side. I'm going to take this, actually I'm going to take a spoon. So you could put a couple boiled eggs in there unless you're already eating too many eggs for the week. You could also put in an avocado in there by Avocado Mayo. I have a nice big cucumber from my mother-in-law's garden. I'm just going to take out these seeds in here. And then you could very, very nicely, bye hun. Everybody say, bye, Isaac. And then you can actually, super good, you can stuff this in here like a boat, which I love to do, and you can eat the cucumber that way. Or you could actually take a nice English cucumber like this. I like to peel my English cucumbers. Should have had this made up a little bit ahead of time, but I decided to give us time to chat in case you guys had questions of what's going on. So this is not going to be a chicken diet. We're going to do chicken. We've got some pork we're going to do one night with some mashed cauliflower. Again, super simple. But if you're a dipper like me and you like to crunch, you could simply just fill these little bites up and you could eat and dip and have some nice little cucumber bites. Or you could just do, if you're a wrap type of person and you miss having a burrito, and always make sure you wash your romaine and buy it organic. Celery you want to buy organic, look for the dirty dozen. You want to make sure you buy lettuce organic. Pick the nice big leaves. And again, you can just fill this up. You can eat it like a boat or you can roll it up like a burrito. So guys, it is that simple. I don't think that took me very long to make. So if you want more about this and you want to join our 10-day keto, low-carb, eating clean reset, which means You don't have to count your macros. We are going to have you mindfully eat your serving sizes. You want to have some new recipes. You know you're stuck in a rut. You're eating the same time all the time, same foods all the time, and you know you need to mix things up. You need to get cucumbers because they're about 90% water. They're great for your colon, but you do mostly want to maybe take out the seeds because sometimes they can get stuck if you've had a history of diverticulitis. Maybe you know you're always eating chicken, and this is a great time to try something like salmon. Maybe you have baked some salmon, you have it left over. Maybe it's time to try some tuna you've never ever. Maybe even baked ahi tuna, you can buy it. Maybe it's on sale at one of your better grocery stores, and start mixing stuff. The recipe does call for garlic. I have a garlic sensitivity, so I'm gonna leave the garlic out. So you can play with those recipes a little bit. Our 10 days is going to be a little bit of variation. So you're simply going to pick a protein. So a protein. Pick some salmon, or I guess I should have just picked up a piece of chicken. I have a nice big beautiful thigh here. So you're just gonna pick up a piece of chicken, a couple handfuls of vegetables, and a little bit of fat. My mayo is fat in here. If you like putting in sunflower seeds, or if you like putting in sesame seeds inside your tuna salad or your chicken salad, absolutely. What we don't want this to be is an egg and bacon and a chicken and a hamburger patty every single night. It's going to be fun. It's going to be simple, easy on the go, and it's going to be a lifestyle. So we're very excited to have you with us. Again, if you've not yet joined our 10-day Fall into Ketosis program, you have until October 3rd. The next one we will not be starting until I think is October 17th, I think is the next date. So again, if you've not yet bought your kit and you're ready to join us. But again, make sure that if you're joining us, it is really about eating clean, being mindful. You do not have to have the kit. I want to make sure you know that. You do not have to have the kit if you just want to get back on track, eating real whole food, eating mindfully, getting back to what really portion sizes are, saying, I'm hungry, it's time for me to eat. Not just I wake up, I eat breakfast, and I on the go. It's time to pick up the kids, so I have to drive through and get my favorite soda before I pick up the kids. I get home, I have to eat dinner, and I have to eat everybody else's left on the plate. It's time to get back to that basic primal eating, which is eat when hungry, stop when full. And getting into that really intuitiveness is actually notifying, am I just thirsty? Am I eating out of because I'm sad, I'm eating because I'm hangry, I'm eating because I'm lonely, I'm eating because I'm tired, and really getting back that mindfulness. And what you find is when you can get a 10-day foundation, because it takes 10 days to turn over one taste bud. If you've ever burnt your tongue, I'm sure everyone's burnt their tongue at least one time. If you've ever burnt your tongue, that taste bud heals in about 10 days. So that's what we know. In 10 days, your taste buds start to turn over, things start to taste less sweet. So if you've ever given up candy for 10 days and you go back and have a piece of candy, wow, that tastes kind of sweet. That's because your taste buds start to turn over. So that's why it's so exciting to do this and really just get back to eating whole foods. Again, very simple, not more than 4 or 5 ingredients, things you normally have at home in your cabinet. I didn't do any major shopping except for buy some fresh veggies. Again, very, very simple and ready to get you up and going. So, how do you feel about store rotisserie chicken? Is it okay? So Tina, great question. So I actually always ask the butcher, where is it from? When did they cook it? And this is really about better. So if you know it's organic, that's great. If you can cook your own, that's great. I usually buy farm fresh chicken when I can. I know my people who actually have chicken farms around here, but people who have been used to driving through on the go, it's about better. If you're a person who's been driving through Kentucky Fried Chicken, a rotisserie chicken is a much better option. Some of the rotisserie chickens, you're right, Tina, they do inject things into them. They do up-beef them. So if you're getting a rotisserie chicken that's like this big, the size of a Thanksgiving turkey, don't buy that one. That bird has been injected with something. Buy something that's a proper size of a chicken, or you can just buy some chicken breast. You don't have to buy a rotisserie chicken. I just did it for example's sake, because then you have other meals you can make from it. You can always just freeze this chicken and have it left over. This is about better. It's not about perfect. So if you know that you're the person that's been buying stuff that's breaded in a frozen bag and putting it on in the sheet inside the oven that's got the stuff all over it, then a rotisserie chicken's better. Just rip off the skin, because that's where they put all the stuff that's probably not super healthy for you. But yes, some of them they do inject with other stuff. Just ask them. They're going to be honest with you. Ask the butcher. Go to a better shop if you're going to buy it. If the whole place has smaller birds in the rotisserie, you're probably getting a better brand of a chicken. That's probably the general rule of thumb there. So again, I want to thank you guys for joining me. If you know someone who suffers from chronic pain, September, as we ended, is chronic pain awareness month. But we know people who suffer from chronic pain, their pain is not going to go away just because we roll into October. October. Be mindful, and then again, look for some of these amazing things. We talked about the benefits of celery, but amazing benefits of cucumber. We know that there's 21 essential amino acids that we need for our body. So when we talk about fishes like tuna, we talk about salmon and cod, we know that those are amazing omega oils that help our brain, that helps our joints, also helps our colon. We're going to talk about eating half fresh vegetables, half cooked vegetables. We get more bioavailable out of our vitamins when we actually steam our vegetables, but when they're raw, we actually know they work like Brillo pads. We're not cows and we're not rabbits, so we don't have ruminant stomachs. But that fiber that comes from really work to help clean things out. That's why when you go to a nice restaurant, you get your salad first because it's kind of a pre-cleaner. It's a prebiotic. I know people are like, what prebiotic? Yeah, those pre-gut bugs that we buy at the health food store, you can get by eating these kind of things before. So again, have fun making your salads. Super simple. I'll read that one more time. It was 5 ounces of chicken, but again, you can use your favorite style of meat. I did, again, 1/4 cup of mayo. I did 1/3 cup organic celery. Celery needs to be organic. Salt and pepper to taste. I did garlic, salt, and onion salt, about 1/4 teaspoon, again, to your taste. And then 1 medium avocado. If you desire, you could have put some extra protein. You could put an extra egg or 2 in there, which actually brings up to 7 ounces. So that would be 2 servings. So you could have that for dinner, and then for lunch, or split it with a partner or your friend who wants to do that with you. Again, you can always add your own to that. You have lots of options. A cucumber boat is always super fun. Or again, you can wrap it in lettuce. That way you're getting more fiber in there. You're getting more veggies in there. You feel like you're getting a lot more abundance of food. And these have a lot of water in them. Like if you've ever juiced a cucumber and lettuce and celery, you're going to see it's a lot of water, which we need. The major function of our colon is to reabsorb water and get ready for evacuation. So a lot of people suffer from slow bowels. You're going to see that when you start eating vegetables, it's not the fiber, it's the water that's coming from the vegetables that are going to get you going. So this is Dr. Heather Carden. Hopefully you have enjoyed this video. And again, last call for people wanting to start this October 3rd, 10-day. The next one is actually going to be, but I'm going to tell you, we've got some amazing people. Dr. Deb Hodges is a neurologist. She talks a lot and has a lot of research behind her about decreasing carbohydrates, decreasing the incidence of headaches and migraines, tons of information. Dr. Jamie is a chiropractor and acupuncturist out of Paola, Kansas, also teaches a lot of yoga, talks about mindful, talks about meditation, talks about how chiropractic with acupuncture and yoga can really help heal your body, decrease the inflammation. We put together that food component to it, and then you have an amazing person inside yourself just waiting to come out and be the best version of yourself. So thanks again for joining. This is absolutely meant to be shared. Please welcome and join your friends to Ask Dr. Heather. There's about 1,000 recipes that can be found on Ask Dr. Heather. So again, sorry for any typos that are there, but please just jump over and join some of my favorite recipes, my food list there that is autoimmune friendly. So askdrheather.net, and we'll be seeing you guys soon. Have a blessed evening.